After Genesis has been absorbed by the Glitch King, it has caused Genesis to explode and destroying planet Egola, leaving the rest of the planets destroyed in deep space. The shockwave was so chaotic, it has destroyed the galaxy and disrupted the universe. After many tries, Achilles has finally defeated the Glitch King in his Beyblade form. After Achilles has defeated the Glitch King, Mewtwo, Sonic, Dialga, Palkia, and Arceus have finally created the energy source that they need to restore everything and reset everything.
Alright, is everyone ready? Yes, we are ready, Arceus. Alright. Let there be light.
That energy source was specifically filled with light energy, time, space, life, and antimatter in order to reset the universe and restore everything. Ever since Arceus has resetted everything, Arceus has gave the universe 3,999 years to rest, and he has gave everyone new souls and refreshed their bodies as well, and has let them rest for a couple of years as well, before putting them inside of the new planet. The new planet was filled with different species of dinosaurs. Arceus has given them the knowledge to know who and what Pokémon are, as well as different kinds of species that shall be appearing on the planet. Arceus has also given them the knowledge to speak properly, and give them intelligent vocabulary, as well as just knowledge in general. Arceus has also given them the knowledge to create things with the surrounding materials, such as wood and metal, stone, rock, everything that is in nature. But then, something unexpected happens. Giratina has made his way onto the new planet's home. He manages to spot a new tree of life that is much smaller, but still as powerful and healthier. Until Giratina plants a very dark gem that would cause something catastrophic in the future. That being said, Palkia is sent down by Arceus to go and explore the new planet called Home, as well as find Giratina from doing catastrophic things in the future. Meanwhile, with the dinosaurs, the pterodactyl is currently trying to find another dinosaur that could be its friend or possibly a family member. The same goes for this particular pterodactyl as well. They are also going to be very important for the future as well, once they have finally met. After they have met, they have started to speak English to one another. They have also discussed that they might possibly be related and they might possibly be brothers. Once their conversation has finally ended, they have decided together to go explore and go look for other new dinosaurs, as well as explore the new world and discover it as well. One of the other dinosaurs has discovered that there are other multiple dinosaurs that look exactly like them. So, both of the dinosaurs have went to go discover who they really are. Meanwhile, when they were all currently talking about how they might all possibly be related to each other, a tiny dinosaur that looks exactly like all of them appears right behind them. Once they have spotted the tiny pterodactyl, they go and discuss with him and introduce themselves. They talk about how he may not possibly be related to them, but they do agree to become his friend. They have also agreed to take care of him as well. Little do they know, only one of them is actually not their real brother. After 1 hour of fun, a couple of the pterodactyls have spotted other dinosaurs who look nothing like them, So they wanted to go see the other dinosaurs as well and introduce themselves and possibly become friends with them. Once the pterodactyls have arrived towards the other dinosaurs and introduced themselves, the other dinosaurs have also introduced themselves as well, such as Camp and Melon, and the rest as well. Meanwhile, when all of the other dinosaurs were getting to know each other, a mysterious object known as the fire crystal crashes towards the new planet's home. One of the bigger pterodactyls has heard the crash and has decided to go see what was that noise. Once he decides to take a closer look, he discovers that it is some sort of glowing red crystal. So the big pterodactyl decides to touch it. Once he touches the crystal, a spark lights within him. Then he receives unimaginable firepower. Once the pterodactyl has passed out, he receives visions from Giratina himself. Once the pterodactyl finally wakes up, he realizes that the two objects that he previously looked at are currently on top of him. Then, out of nowhere, in a blink of an eye, Giratina appears out of nowhere to tell the pterodactyl about his future. Giratina told the pterodactyl that he shall be needing the two items, such as the Dark Soul Crystal and the Overlord's brother's Dark Wand, in order to bring back fire individuals to harness their power and to refine the fire crystal once again. Once Giratina has tempted the pterodactyl, a mysterious shadow figure known as Mystispy calls the pterodactyl pathetic. After that, the pterodactyl wanted to call all of the other pterodactyl towards his location. When the rest of the pterodactyls finally arrive, the main pterodactyl tells them that this crystal could give them so much power to rule the world, and it shall especially be very important for their future. Then, out of nowhere, all of the other dinosaurs arrive, and they hear the Supreme Leader's plan and they see the fire crystal. So then, they eventually all become greedy for power. Once all of the dinosaurs starts becoming more greedy for power, they all start fighting and scratching and biting each other, just so they can get their hands on the fire crystal's power and become powerful. After the Dark Soul Crystal has disappeared, as well as the Overlord's brother's Dark Wand and countless fighting, the pterodactyl has finally woken up after he has been poisoned by one of the poisoned dinosaurs. Once the rest of the pterodactyls give the fire crystal to the main pterodactyl, he absorbs it and he finally gets that powerful firepower. He then announces to every single dinosaur to call him the Supreme Leader, and he shall rule all of the dinosaurs. He then threatens to the dinosaurs to join him, or he shall destroy them, and if they join, he shall give them all firepower. The rest of the dinosaurs cowered in fear because of the Supreme Leader's new firepower, so they automatically surrender. Once the Supreme Leader goes down towards all of the other pterodactyls, they tell him that the fire crystal has suddenly disappeared, so he rages and he gets mad using his firepower. The Supreme Leader then realizes that he will need to find the fire crystal once again in order to obtain maximum firepower. After the Supreme Leader had finally returned back, he has decided to name one of the smaller pterodactyls named Sparky. After that, the Supreme Leader betrays one of the bigger T-Rexes and tries to force him to join the team as a brute. 1 year later, after the Supreme Leader has successfully beaten one of the bigger T-Rexes, all of them joined forces with the Supreme Leader, ruling all. Almost all of the dinosaurs have joined forces to help the Supreme Leader make his very own fortress, as well as keep the big giant T-Rex in prison and also name him Destructor. And also, Palkia has sent Giratina to the underworld as a prisoner. A couple of years have passed, and Achilles and Pikachu have finally made their way on the new planet's home, and have finally re-met each other. Now, here's a small fun fact about Pikachu and Achilles. Achilles and Pikachu had never spoken in Season 8 until the Overlord re-summoned him using the Dark Skull Soul Summoner. Even though Pikachu has been kidnapped by the Soul King and put inside of the Dark Skull Soul Summoner, Pikachu is still able to recognize Achilles even though he is possessed by darkness. Anyways, moving on. After Achilles and Pikachu have refound each other, they realize that they're not alone, and that there are dinosaurs on that specific planet that they are currently on. After one of the dinosaurs, called the General, was scouting, he has spotted Achilles and Pikachu. They have also spotted the General dinosaur as well, so he has gotten scared and shot a fireball at them. Achilles then manages to protect himself and Pikachu as well with his powers. After that, the General returns back to the Supreme Leader to report that there are 2 other creatures on this planet and this may be a problem towards their mission. So, the Supreme Leader has decided to free Destructor to their mission so they can find the Dark Crystal. In the next day, Destructor was sent to go find the Beyblade and the Pokemon Pikachu as a distraction so the Supreme Leader could find the Dark Crystal. Meanwhile, when Destructor was battling Achilles, the Dark Crystal had a reaction towards Achilles' power and rage. After realizing throughout the day that in order to fully activate the Dark Soul Crystal, they would need Dark Rage energy in order to activate it, and they had turned back to Achilles to try to force him to activate the crystal once again. After the dinosaurs tell Achilles that Pikachu has successfully been defeated, even though he is being held captive at the dinosaur base, Achilles rages with dark energy, causing the Dark Crystal to spark and light up with energy as well. The Supreme Leader then asks the Dark Soul Crystal to bring back the Overlord's brother's Dark Magic Wand in order to control the Dark Soul Crystal to specifically bring back whoever he wants to bring back. After the Supreme Leader realizes his mistake as he brings back the glitch version of Blaze, he asks the Dark Magical Soul Wand to separate the glitch version of Blaze and the good version of Blaze. The Dark Crystal then absorbs the glitch version of Blaze, causing him to disappear. After Achilles has been captured by trying to escape, the same exact thing happens to Blaze, except he gets absorbed by the Supreme Leader and he gets defeated. After Sparky, one of the smaller pterodactyls, runs away from the dinosaur base, he encounters Solgaleo. Sparky then tells Solgaleo that some of his friends have been captured by the dinosaurs, so they both come up with a plan to save them all. After Sparky has distracted the dinosaurs, Solgaleo finally arrives and blows most of the dinosaurs away, saving Bulbasaur, Pikachu, and Achilles. Later throughout the day, the flight team, which are the pterodactyls, are sent to go find the Dark Crystal since it has disappeared once again, and they find it next to the Pokemon Ivysaur, so they automatically just take the crystal. When the Supreme Leader obtains the Dark Soul Crystal, he uses it to bring back Phoenix. Once Phoenix finally returns, he appears to be in his first evolution stage, so in order to evolve, he would need to be eliminated and then rebirth, or he would just need to absorb firepower as well. Even though Phoenix has never met some of the members, and his brain has been foggy from the Dark Crystal, he still sort of remembers them as well. After Solgaleo transferred some of his power to Phoenix, Phoenix was able to evolve to his final form. Now, he just needed to absorb Blaze's speed, so that's why he was able to catch up to the Supreme Leader. After a long battle with the Supreme Leader, Phoenix wasn't able to defeat the Supreme Leader, so he was absorbed and defeated by the Supreme Leader. All of the members were furious. During the day, a dinosaur by the name of Camp wanted to join their team because of the Supreme Leader's true intentions to betray all of the dinosaurs and burn down the entire forest with the Fire Crystal. During the next day, the Supreme Leader and all of the other pterodactyls have refound the Dark Crystal since it has disappeared last time they used it, so they have retaken it, and they have captured Ivysaur as well. After the other team had arrived late, they realized that they have captured the Dark Crystal once again and have taken Ivysaur. So, their next main mission was to save Ivysaur, steal the Dark Crystal, and destroy it for good. After a long mission, the team has successfully saved Ivysaur and has stolen back the Dark Crystal as well. They have also met 2 other new dinosaurs that have wanted to join the team and know the Supreme Leader's true intentions, such as Spike and Spiky. In the next day, the team decides to go far away enough for the dinosaurs not to find them in order to destroy the Dark Crystal once and for all. Before Achilles could destroy the Dark Soul Crystal, the dinosaurs have found their location and decided to interrupt them. After a long countless battle with the dinosaurs, Achilles has finally awoken the deep dark energy that was inside of him to finally destroy the Dark Crystal once and for all. When Achilles gets teleported back to the past with Mr. Spy, Mr. Spy tells Achilles if he breaks the Dark Soul Crystal, very bad things shall happen in the future, and he shall be turning very evil in the future as well. Mr. Spy has also confronted the Supreme Leader and warned all of the dinosaurs as well, but they have refused to listen. After Mr. Spy has reverted time, Achilles ignores Mr. Spy's warning and finally destroys the Dark Soul Crystal. A couple of days have passed, and the Supreme Leader sends out two specific dinosaurs named Poison and Ivy. Their main goal is to distract the other team. Meanwhile, the flight team and the Supreme Leader and Destructor go ahead and try to find the Fire Crystal for their final mission. After that, an old character named Psyduck is currently looking for berries. After that, a character named Man encounters him and begs for his energy. Meanwhile, Psyduck just laughs at him and mocking him. After that, Man just gets blasted away by Achilles, and Psyduck reunites with the team. After that, Man reveals a tiny part of his mission, saying that he shall eventually come back and bring her back as well. After Solgaleo has went to go take a walk, Solgaleo has been bit by one of the poisonous dinosaurs, so then he eventually starts hallucinating. Eventually, Solgaleo gets saved by an electric dog Pokemon named Bolton. Meanwhile, when Bolton is dragging Solgaleo around, he eventually finds his team members as well. Once the two poisonous dinosaurs have returned, they have defeated Bolton and the rest of the members. Then, out of nowhere, Mr. Dinosaur returns and saves the day. After the two poisonous dinosaurs had ran away, Man appears to greet himself and asked the two poisonous dinosaurs if they could make a deal. Man's deal was to ask the two poisonous dinosaurs if they could help him with his tiny mission to defeat the rest of the Pokemon and the team to get their energy. Meanwhile, he shall give them freedom and different power. Meanwhile, Mr. Dinosaur was looking for a red crystal that powered him up during the battle with the two poisonous dinosaurs. They then meet the Crystal Golem, who collects powerful and strange crystals. He basically tells Mr. Dinosaur that the red crystal is a part of him, almost connected to him. Eventually, Man and the two dinosaurs have finally arrived to the Crystal Golem's hideout to defeat the other team. In the end, Man had eventually ran away after he realized that the two poisonous dinosaurs have been defeated, and one of them has actually passed away because of a striking powerful move that Bushwhack has emitted on one of the poisonous dinosaurs named Ivy. Meanwhile, after the Supreme Leader has defeated the Fire Crystal Guardians, he has finally found the Fire Crystal and he has obtained it. After that, the Supreme Leader then reveals to the Destructor that he has just been using him all along, so then he uses Ultimate Wing Wind Blow, sending him crashing somewhere to lay dead. Several hours have passed, and Camo eventually finds Destructor passed out, or technically passed away. Time then suddenly stops, then Mr. Spy appears out of nowhere. Mr. Spy then asked the Soul King if he could bring back Destructor's soul so he could be brought back to life. Mr. Spy then takes Destructor back in time so then they could talk privately. Mr. Spy then tells Destructor that he should have known that he was going to be betrayed by the Supreme Leader all along, and that he should join the good side now. After the Soul King and Mr. Spy have brought Destructor back to life, Destructor basically explains that he apologizes for all of his recent actions and sins that he has committed to the good side, and he wants to join the good side to finally stop the Supreme Leader once and for all. So, they eventually let him join, and their mission begins to stop the Supreme Leader, and the rest of the dinosaurs as well. Now, after a long battle, so much has happened, such as Camp finally evolving, Pikachu sneaking inside of the dinosaur base and electrocuting most of the dinosaurs that were surrounding him, Camp defeating Destructor's younger brother, Destructi, Pikachu defeating one of the cousins of the poisonous dinosaurs, As well as Camp, he has done the same exact thing as well with the other cousin. And finally, Solgaleo has defeated one of the last dinosaurs that were remaining, which was one of the poisonous dinosaurs. After defeating most of the dinosaurs, the Supreme Leader then finally arrives. The Supreme Leader then flies up and goes crashing down towards his dinosaur base, ready to destroy it all. So the rest of the team has to evacuate before they get destroyed. When the Supreme Leader was about to get the Fire Crystal after it fell, Destructor comes out of nowhere and knocks back the Supreme Leader towards his base. After a long battle with the Supreme Leader and Destructor eventually gets defeated by the Supreme Leader. After that, the rest of the pterodactyls gets betrayed by the Supreme Leader, so the Supreme Leader absorbs their firepower, then unleashes his ultimate move to burn down almost the entire forest. After a long battle with the others against the Supreme Leader then eventually finds Sparky with the Fire Crystal, so he tries to destroy him before he can get to use the Fire Crystal. The Supreme Leader then accidentally realizes that he has awakened the Fire Crystal for Sparky by putting fire energy into it. So Sparky takes that opportunity and activates it, giving him ultimate blue firepower from the crystal itself. After a long countless battle between the Supreme Leader and Sparky, Sparkly eventually loses the battle against the Supreme Leader because of his anger. Sparky then has a genius plan to just give the Supreme Leader the Fire Crystal. If he absorbs the Fire Crystal while he already has way too much firepower, this would just cause him to explode and possibly eliminate himself. Sparky then evacuates everyone. So then, after the Supreme Leader absorbed the Fire Crystal, he has eliminated himself. After the Supreme Leader has defeated himself, everything was going back to the way it originally was. Nothing was on fire. And Blaze and Phoenix rewoken up once again. 1 month later, and the entire forest has been healed by Ivysaur, and the dinosaur base has been rebuilt once again, as well as every single dinosaur has become friendly, and they all have apologized for all of the sins that they have committed. After the Pokémon Adventures team had officially left the dinosaurs to go plan out more adventures, the Supreme Leader is actually alive, and he gets woken up by a strange mosquito car drinking his blood. Flesh, which is the mutated mosquito car, leads the Supreme Leader towards his leader, which is Man in disguise. After Flesh has poisoned the Supreme Leader, Man mocks the Supreme Leader and talks about how his plan was just useless and very, very unintelligent. So then, he just knocks him out afterwards. A couple of days later, a team called the Facilitate Team is currently trying to track down Flesh and capture him. Flesh eventually calls his teammates after being cornered by the Facilitate Team. Eventually, Flesh and Man escape together while the Facilitate Team tries to chase them. Some of the members of this Facilitate Team stay behind to explain to the other team members who they are. The Wild Facilitate Team is in charge of protecting the wild, as well as trying to capture Flesh and Man as well. The rest of the Facilitate Team's members' names are Draco, Ali, Kane, Ricochet, Hugo, and Wingodactyl. Wingodactyl manages to find the big giant's mutated bee car's secret hideouts. He sees different characters being trapped here, such as Bolson, one of the poisonous dinosaurs, Jolteon, Bulbasaur, Dartrix, and the Supreme Leader. Wingodactyl and the rest of the Facility team eventually gets captured by the big giant's bee car and Flesh as well, but then he tells them that Draco and Ricochet are coming to save them. After Draco and Ricochet chase out the big giant's bee mutated car, he realized that it is not an actual bee mutated car at all, and it is just a robot in disguise of someone else, which it turned out to be Man that was controlling the vehicle this entire time. Before Man finally escapes, his machine eventually gets blown up by Solgaleo and Achilles. After 1 hour later has passed, everyone has been saved by the Facilitate team. And then Dartrix eventually joins the team. Also, the Facilitate team has thanked them for what Achilles and Solgaleo has done. It turns out that Man is actually still alive, since he has escaped just in time from his mutated bee disguise car vehicle. Now, Man is officially prepared for his final mission to try to bring his leader, Dr. Jenna, back. Now, a lot of weeks pass by and a bunch of different things happen. such as a different Squirtle joining the team, Bolton, Bulbasaur, and Jolteon exploring the wild, Mew causing trouble for almost everyone, Kevin being reborn after he has obtained his 3 original pieces, Squirtle using his lucid dream powers to look forward into the future, and then finally, the Dap Up tournaments. Those were all of the wonderful adventures that the team has had. Now, after months of having fun with the team, things have gotten serious. After a long day of Squirtle having fun with the rest of the team while playing different games with them, he ends up falling asleep and taking a nap, and then having a vision of the future of how destructive it looks. Squirtle then has a vision of man using the strange pyramid crystal that shall allow him to go back in time to find Dr. Jenna and bring her back, as well as other things such as Pokémon Go and other war-destructive enemies that are approaching soon. After Squirtle has been having visions about the future, he meets with Mr. Spy, and Mr. Spy tells him to warn everyone about the destructive future that is on the horizon. After Squirtle has woken up from his dream, once he was about to tell the team, he gets interrupted by Light's Bakugan finally returning back to the team, as well as Aluminum, her brother as well. Light's Bakugan then takes the team on a small adventure to see broken Genesis. In order to bring Genesis back to life, they'll need a bunch of light power. Meanwhile, Man is trying to absorb the elemental energy that are inside of the crystals, so then he can do his final parts to bring back Dr. Jenna once he activates
the time version of the Pyramid Protection Crystal.
Once Man noticed that the Crystal Golem has noticed him, he used parts of the elemental energy that he absorbed from the crystals to knock him out.
After Wingadactyl has tried to gather as much information and the whereabouts as Man as possible, he hears a giant explosion in the background, knowing that it is Man.
So he goes back to the Facilitate team to tell them that Man is near. After Man and Flesh successfully escape, they suddenly get stopped by a character named Spryzen. Spryzen then explains to Man that a mysterious ghost character prevented him from going back into the Fire Crystal, and his purpose is to help Man and become his teammate. Man explains that he has already heard of this ghost-type character. He explains that it is currently guiding him to activate the Pyramid Crystal to bring back Dr. Jenna. Man then says he would want him to prove that he is a good, strong teammate for their team. After a long battle with Spryzen, Man eventually wins the battle, but he still accepts him to join inside of the team. Man explains that in order to activate the crystal, all he would just need left is light energy. Throughout the day, after Squirtle has told everyone about his vision, Achilles and everyone apologizes for accidentally ignoring him about his visions for the future. So they all come up with a plan to split up and finally try to stop Man once and for all, and take the situation way more seriously. When Light, Bakugan, and Aluminum walk together, they decide to split up to try to find Man. Once Light Bakugan is walking alone, Man comes out of nowhere and sees the golden opportunity to take her light energy once and for all for the final parts of his mission to activate the Pyramid Crystal. Once Man finally absorbs the light's power from Light's Bakugan, he stumbles upon Midas himself. Man questions Midas how did he possibly return and where did he come from. After Midas has finally returned, he explains that he has been adventuring with his team, such as Brionne, Torracat, Fireclaw, and Dr. Doom. Man explains to Midas that he isn't going to just let him ruin his plan to bring back Dr. Jenna and restore order. Once Dr. Doom and Fireclaw gets ready to set up the sniper so they could shoot Man, they have taken the shots, but then they have ended up missing. After a long battle with everyone, Brionne and Torracat manage to chase away and defeat Flesh, so Flesh just goes straight back to the Pyramid Crystal. Meanwhile, when Dr. Doom and Fireclaw were about to get defeated by Spryzen, Light's Bakugan comes out of nowhere and shoots him with an energy blast. Now, finally, after a long battle between Man and Midas, Man eventually gets cornered by Midas, and Midas shoots his energy reactor gun. Man somehow survives the attack that Midas has shot at him. So, Man powers up, furious, and with built-up anger. Then, Man smashes the ground out of pure rage. After Man has enough energy built up, he does a super jump, where she goes straight towards the pyramid crystal. Midas' team then realized what he was doing, so they had to quickly find the Pokémon Adventures to tell everyone, so they could try to stop Man once and for all. Once Man arrives to the time pyramid-shaped crystal, he puts all of the energy that he has absorbed throughout everything, such as the elemental crystals and Light Bakugan's light energy and other life energy. So then, the crystal is on the stage for going back in time. Once Draco finally arrives, he tells everyone to evacuate as fast as they possibly can, for once Man goes back in time, a giant shockwave could possibly eliminate them all. Alternate timelines with old timelines begin to mix together with the present day of time, starting to glitch everything with old characters as well. Once Man gives off his final speech, he says he is going to be taking everything from all of them, just like how they took everything from him. Man officially goes back into time to start his final mission to bring back Dr. Jenna, which should put us here.
We have made it back in time.
Is this really it? Are we really back in time, man?
Wow, this place feels so relaxing and comfortable. I feel so nostalgic and it feels so homey.
Who are they? Do we know them?
They look new. I don't recognize them at all. Would you guys like to be friends?
Oh shoot.